Hi traders, this is David from Wave Trader. Today, I'm going to give you a detailed analysis of the dollar index and the major currency pairs because they are all setting up nicely, possibly for this first week of May to give us some very good trading opportunities. So I wanted to make this video as detailed as possible, and I apologize in advance because I think it's going to be a rather long video, but I believe that what you will benefit from it will far outweigh the time you take to listen and watch, and you will learn a lot from it as well. So let's dive into this. I'm currently on the monthly chart right now, and for the past 2 weeks, I've been talking about the dollar index that we're actually in an uptrend, which is partly true. But when you look at this candlestick, this one that was caused by the corona thing, you can see that it got to this level, which was roughly the same area of resistance here for the year 2016, and you can see that it's respecting that level. And then this candle here is an inverted spinning top, okay, sort of like a hammer but more of a spinning top. Candle enthusiasts will call it I think a dragonfly thing, but it's inverted. And then we have a spinning top here. So but what I wanted to show you guys is the fact that it's now looking like we have resistance here, okay, because the market seems to be respecting this. The buyers were able to push the market up, but sellers pushed it back down, and now we have a spinning top here. So this marks indecision. So there's a very strong possibility that probably for the next couple of months the dollar is probably going to depreciate in value. It's going to fall. Anyway, going to the weekly chart, you can see here that the most current candle is actually a bearish one, okay, but it's also on top of this area, which is still support right now. So even though from the monthly perspective it looks like the dollar might fall, on the weekly time frame it looks like we are going to get a bounce, and you can see we got a hammer here. So since we are primarily swing traders and intraday traders, this is what we want to focus on. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the daily time frame now, and you've noticed that I'm not using my EMAs and my deal here right now. Now these arrows, this represent my two EMAs, and I wanted to show you guys how price action combined with support and resistance can actually help you to see trades much more clearer. Okay, the indicators are good, but once you know what you are looking for on the charts, you can actually take them off sometimes in order for you to better analyze the pairs. So if you look at what's been going on here on the dollar index on the daily chart, you will see that this area here has been a very strong region. I'm just going to mark that. I think I'm going to go to the weekly and see if I can mark it for you guys. All right, so we can mark that area, I believe. I'll have to mark a second line, this area here. Okay, so you can see now I'm back on the daily chart. So this region here that I marked with two dotted lines, you can see that it's acting as a very strong region of support right now. And you can see we had this railway tracks here which pushed price up here, then we had a spinning top. So this region as well is a good region for resistance, and you can see that. And then the market came down here, still got rejected at this area, created railway tracks, pushed the market up. We got reversal candles here, spinning top and hammer, an inverted hammer, and that pushed the market here. So what we are seeing here currently is a spinning top, which is also a reversal candlestick. So most likely this new week we are getting into, we might get another push to the upside. Okay, so going down to the 4-hour chart, this is what is happening. You can see it here. We are beginning to have what looks like positive divergence, which I always tell you guys as a precursor to a 1, 2, 3 or a wave bottom situation. So this is the dollar index. You can't trade this one, but at least you see that the market is respecting this region of support, because right now we have two hammer bars back to back. Okay, and we had this prolonged spinning top here. So all these are, and then we had railway tracks here. So many reversal candlesticks at an area of strong support. So that means that most likely the market is going to push up this new week. Okay, but of course, in order for us to really know that, we are going to have to get a confirmation when the markets open and we watch what happens. But if that is the case, we're going to use this in line with the major pairs and see how it goes from there. So I'm just going to see if I can speed run through them quickly. So this is the USD CHF I'm on currently. I'm going to go to the monthly chart and we'll have a look. So on the monthly chart, this region here where the price level excuse me currently is, you can see if I mark that for you, you can see that it's a very strong area of support right up from uh, 2010 and then 2012 November, 2014, 2015, 16. Basically, it's been a very strong region of both support and resistance. Okay, so it's a very strong level that we can pay attention to, and you can see we had this pronounced spinning top here, meaning that sellers were trying to push price down but buyers refused, and we had an inverted hammer here. So basically there might be a very strong possibility on the USD CHF that the market might push up. Okay, but that's on the monthly chart. Now going to the weekly here, let's have a look. So on the weekly chart, this is what's happening. We've been in a downtrend. Okay, so but right now where I want you to pay attention to is this level here. You can see it's been acting as a very strong region of support. Okay, so we are going to pay attention to this level for this week and see if, of course, if the markets have the power to break through, then we expect a rundown to these levels here. But we are going to have to see what happens as the week opens. So now I'm going to the daily time frame, and this is what's happening on daily time frame. And you can see that what is happening here looks a little bit like what just happened on the dollar index, because the USD CHF, USD CAD, USD JPY, they mirror, not 100%, but they mirror what the dollar index is saying, since they have the dollar as their major currency. Okay, so we had reversal situation here, and so most likely we might get another reversal situation here as the week progresses, this new week of May. Okay, so let me go down to the 4-hour chart now. So on the 4-hour chart, this is what is happening. Okay, so we have what looks like railway tracks and slash hammer here, but you are going to have to wait for a confirmation on this one. I'm just telling you guys that it's good to pay attention to these things. So if the dollar index is going to bounce and go up, then of course the USD CHF is going to bounce and go up as well. So how do you get into this trade? My advice is to possibly wait for it, possibly on the 1 hour, or you could go as low as the 15-minute for better detail. Okay, like this is what's happening on the 15-minute now. So but let me leave it on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, if you get a wave bottom situation here, I'm just going to switch to the other template just so that you guys can see what I'm saying. So if you get a wave bottom situation here by a golden cross on the EMAs, okay, let's assume that this is the number 1 point. So if the market pushes down and is unable to break this level and then gives you a golden cross, okay, then you should take this trade. All right, at the very least you can take it to this level of resistance here, which will be good for over 100 pips, so that's not bad. So hopefully before the end of Monday you should be able to get this trade, and if not between Monday and Tuesday, you can just keep your eye on this currency pair and see if the USD is going to bounce, and if it does, then the USD CHF is going to respect it as well. So that's the USD CHF. Let's go to the next currency pair. Let's look at the GBP USD. So I'm currently I think I have two lots. Well, one is a full lot, the other is 2 mini lots on this trade. So I'm still going to go to the plain chart now. So on the monthly chart, this is what is happening. This area here where my price target is, this is a very strong region acting as support. You can see it respected it here, 2016, 2019, and then here, even though the market blew through it, you can see that buyers were able to push the price up. Okay, so with this kind of pronounced spinning top slash hammer, this is actually a good reversal candlestick, and you can see a hammer bar here on the monthly chart. All right, So going down to the weekly, um, this is what's going on right now. All right. I could call this the first, second, third wave, and we're in a fourth wave, meaning that there's still possibility of a fifth wave. But it's still not too clear on the weekly. The only thing I can tell you is that um, this region where I put the price target is a good region for support right now. Okay, and where I entered the market is actually a region that we can look at as resistance, as you can see here, here, and here. So if I go to the daily chart now, this is what's happening, and you can see that this is almost like a mirror image of what's happening on the dollar index, but inverted. All right, you can see that the market respected this region, gave us a spinning top, an inverted one, pushed the market up, gave us railway tracks, pushed the market here, gave us this is actually, I think, a bearish engulfing or something. I don't know what they call it, but candle enthusiasts know what it's called, but it's still a reversal pattern here. And then you see the market pushed up and gave us what looks like railway tracks, which is what I'm currently trading. I got into this trade on Friday because I saw it early. So at the very least, I expect that the market should have the power to push right back to this previous level of support. And if it doesn't get there, then most likely it might be halted here, this region here. So let's just wait and see how it goes. I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart so you can see clearer. So on the 4-hour chart, you can see what's been going on here. So we had this incidence of, we are currently in what you can term a ranging situation or a channel. All right. This can be construed as a negative divergence, and if this is negative divergence, then this is possibly a double top, or in my own case, a wave top situation. All right. So if the price does get to my level of profit target here and breaks through, then I know that the downward potential is there. But if it doesn't break this region, then of course I'm going to expect another move back to this region of resistance here. So if I go to the 1-hour chart, you'll be able to see that this is what's been going on. So I got into this trade early. So I did not go in based on a 1, 2, 3 top or a wave top. I got in based on this area of resistance holding. I got in here. Okay, I put in another of 1 lot and then two mini lots, and you see I'm currently in profit. So when the markets open on Monday, tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can hang on to this trade to this profit target, and if not, if I get a wave bottom situation in this region here of support, and then maybe I can still trade it going up. But it's based on what's going to happen on the dollar index. So that's the GBP USD. The next one is the Euro USD. So I'm just going to go to the monthly chart here and we can see what we see. On the monthly chart for the Euro USD, you can see that it's just the inverse of the dollar index. Okay, so we seem to be at a region of we're actually at a region of support as far as I can see, and this area here is a good region of support, as well as this region as well. Okay, so the market is doing all the same thing as the dollar is doing, but inverted. So of course the possibility of the market turning around is there, but I believe that we still have the potential to push down a ways before we can get up there. So going to the weekly, let's have a look, and let me see if I can run this quickly now. So where the market is currently is at a region of support, resistance, sorry, at a region of resistance. So possibly in this week we are going to expect a little push down. Okay, and if the market is going to push down, then this region here is good as a possible area where the market will push down to. So going to the daily chart now, you can see that what's been going on is almost the same thing and what's been happening on the dollar index. Okay, so the market is respecting these two regions right now. Okay, these two dotted lines, you can see that the market is respecting those two regions. It was able to push through here, but not by much. So what is going to happen is possibly this week for the dollar, euro dollar, this looks like a hammer right now. All right, so if it respects this region of resistance, then we can expect a push down to this region. And let me see how many pips that is. From here to where we are currently is about 204 pips. So if we can get this move to the downside, even if it lasts the entire week, I believe that we'll do quite well. So right now, On the 4-hour chart, we have an inverted hammer here, so which is a good reversal sign at a region of resistance. So what we are looking for now is a wave top situation to take us down. But you see, this is a ranging market right now. So the wave trader system, the 1, 2, 3 tops and bottoms being not really show the way you expect. Usually what will happen is you get a divergence situation. So you are going to have to watch for that. I believe that this particular this is the 30 minutes. So watching it on the 30 minutes or even the 15 minute might be better for you guys. So if we just put in the indicators, you can see that we already have a divergence situation going on here on the 30 minutes, okay, a negative divergence. So if the market actually begins to go down here, I think it's better to watch it on the 1 hour so that you can see where you get the dead cross on the EMAs, okay. So if you get a dead cross on the EMAs, we already have a cross here. So if we get a dead cross on the EMAs, most likely we are going to get a 1, 2, 3 top. So this might push a little bit halfway to this point and drop. So if you get a valid wave top situation, you can take this trade to the downside. All right. Let me quickly go to the next one now. So this is the USD JPY. I'm still going to take away the indicators and go to the monthly chart. So this is what's happening on the monthly chart. Okay, let's just see if we can quickly go through this. We are at a region of support right now. Okay, so going to the weekly chart now. So region of support, all right, though we've been trending strongly down, and this particular candle looks strongly bearish. Okay, let's go to the daily chart and see what we see. So on the daily chart, this is what's been going on, progressive downtrend. Okay, but we have a small rally up. So in this particular one, I'm just going to go to the 4-hour chart and see if I can see clearer. So what is going on here that I can see is we have a wave bottom situation occurring here. All right, and if the price is able to punch through this level, which looks like a strong level of resistance, okay, here, then your possible first price target might be in this region or here. So from this first one to where we are, it's about 38 pips, and from where we are to the second place is about 104 pips. So I believe that the downward potential is very strong here, but we have to wait for this upward pull to finish. Okay, since the USD the dollar index is bouncing, so it makes sense that the USD JPY is bouncing as well. Okay, because it has the dollar in front. So this looks like a valid wave bottom situation to take, and you can see we had positive divergence here. So now I'm going to put in the indicators now, and let's have a look. So this is what's happening. So on the USD JPY, we have this positive divergence situation and possible wave bottom situation. So once the dollar bounces, then we can expect that this wave bottom is valid. And if that is so, and I were to plot my calculator here, you can see first, second price target, it's roughly about 104, 143 pips, okay? So as long as the dollar index will bounce and start going up, then this is a valid wave bottom situation for you guys to consider and take this to the upside. All right. So if I were to go to the 1-hour chart, let's see what we see. So on the 1-hour chart, you can see that we actually have a smaller incidence of wave bottom here. So you are waiting for a cross here. So once you have a golden cross on the MACD and a golden cross on the EMS, I believe you can take this trade. And let's see, from where we are now to this level, stop loss between 30 25 pips should be good for this trade to the upside. Okay, so at the very least, even if you are scared that this is a counter trend, you can take it to this level, and that will give you about 56 pips, sorry. So minus the spread, you have roughly maybe 52 53 pips as profit, which is very good. So for the USD JPY, this is a good trade to take to the upside as we get into the new week. Okay, all right, now let's switch templates again and let's go to the next one, USD CAD. So this is the USD CAD currency. This is where we are. Let's have a look. So the market moved up strongly and got resisted at this same level here, which is a very strong region of resistance, as you can see, all the way from 1999. So this is this is a very, very strong area of resistance. Okay, so that's where the market is currently. All right, let's just go to the weekly and have a look. So on the weekly chart, we had a wave bottom situation here that gave us first wave, second, third wave. So we are now meandering in a fourth, and you know how tricky fourth waves can be. All right, so I'm just going to mark the regions to pay attention to here on the weekly chart, like so. And then we're going to go to the daily and have a look at what's going on. So on the daily chart, this is what's happening. So we are in a fourth wave, okay, and that's what's causing this ranging situation. So no need to panic. And you can see by doing your top-down analysis, you now know what the market is telling you, so you have no reason to panic. So right now on the USD card, the market has actually respected this region and bounced off of it. All right, so what we're expecting is for the new week, for the possibility of the market be if it can punch through this region, because there's a minor region of resistance here. Okay, it's not that minor because you can see there was a lot of activity here, and this is the daily chart. So if it can punch through here, then we have the possibility of USD card pushing up to this level, which is good for about 173 pips. So I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart now, and this is what's going on. You can see that. All right, so this is actually an incidence of positive divergence, which is pushing price up, and this is another incidence. So two incidents of positive divergence back to back is a very powerful signal. All right, so for the USD card, if the market is able to break this region here, then it will get to this level. But if not, since the dollar index is actually bouncing, I think that it makes sense for us to pay attention to this. The dollar index is bouncing to go up. Okay, so I think that maybe the USD card will have the power to be able to punch through here. So in case you are interested in this trade, what you are going to wait for is a possibly a retracement here. All right, so if I go lower to the 15-minute, let me see if I can find something for you. Okay, so whatever happens, this region here, once the market can cross here, and then you should be able to get an opportunity to go long. All right, so for that's it for the USD card. Let's go to the next one quickly. AUD USD, and I'm going to go to the monthly chart now. So on the monthly chart, what I'm saying is that where the market is currently, it's a region of extreme and strong resistance. Okay, so it bears paying attention to. Okay, we had a massive hammer here slash spinning top, and with this candle combination is like semi railway tracks. So we are going to go lower to the weekly and see what we see. And from the weekly chart, you can see we had a wave top situation which brought us down here. So we are possibly in a fourth wave. All right, and if we're in a fourth wave on the weekly chart, this region here where this week is, I'll mark that place tentatively, and then I'll mark here as well. All right, and then I'll go down to the daily chart and have a look. So this is what's been going on, and you can see that where I marked, the market is actually respecting it beautifully, and you can see we've been going up in a series of it's a beautiful uptrend situation. Okay, so for the AUD USD, since it has bounced off of this region of resistance here, what we can expect this week is to, if it's able to break this level, is for the market to get to this region. So I'm just going to go lower to the 4-hour chart, and we can see that. All right, so expect the market to possibly push to this region here. All right, and if that happens, then this is the region to take our profit. So we are going to have to watch to see how to get a good entry. This is not going to be very difficult, because all you have to do is go lower to the 15-minute and have a look. You can see it's retracing slightly here. So if it can get up to this level here and begin to go down, then you can get in for a sell. All right, since the GBP is going down, and I believe that the euro too will go down, so I think that this is a good opportunity to sell the AUD USD. All right, just watch out for this level here, and this is the region you are going to take your profit at. Let's see, that is good for about 159 pips. All right. So I'm going to have a quick look at Euro GBP before we go to New Zealand. Um, so this is what's happening on the Euro GBP right now. You can see after this prolonged and extended hammer here, so we seem to be in a possible downtrend. Okay, this is something like a positive divergence situation, and when that happens, we usually get a wave bottom. And for that to give us a valid signal, the wave bottom will probably have to come down to this level of support as well. But this is on the monthly chart. So if I go to the weekly, on the weekly, you can see we have wave 1, 2, 3, and this is fourth. And I've been talking about this for some time. So the market was able to get supported here. And if I were to put a line there, you will see that this is a very strong region of support based on what has been going on here. So that means that the market is actually respecting this level here. So marking the most current level of resistance for us, okay, just here, we'll go lower to the daily chart and have a look at what's going on. So on the daily chart, you see we had an incidence of positive divergence here, and this is also positive divergence because this week is actually longer than this area here, so this gives us positive divergence. And in order for us to consider the market going up on the daily, we are going to have to get a wave bottom situation, which we don't have right now. I'm going to have to put the indicators here to show you what I'm saying. You can see that the MACD hasn't crossed yet, and we have not gotten a golden cross on the EMAs as well. So if I go to the 4-hour chart, even though the market moved powerfully on Friday, I actually missed this move. I was concentrating more on the GBP and I think USD CHF, I believe. So as we're at a level of slight resistance here now, so when the markets open on Monday, I'm hoping for a retracement, possibly to this region here. Okay, and if we get a retracement from here, that means that this trade will be good for something of about 120 pips, okay, or at the very least 40 to 50 pips if you can get back here. So this is a divergence situation. We don't have a wave bottom situation here on the 4-hour. We do have it on the 1-hour, but I believe that it still has the power to give us our wave bottom here. So what we can do for this particular currency pair is to take our retracement here, and then most likely mark this region. This is a 62% region, so I'm just going to mark the 55 instead now. So if I go to the 1-hour chart now, you can see that we are having a little bit of a resistance situation here. So if the market will retrace possibly to the 38, possibly to the 55, or even as low as the 62, then we can get a good opportunity to go long again. I believe this is a beautiful trade to watch out for in this week. All right. So this one has good potential for profits. So let's go quickly to the last pair now, New Zealand USD, and I apologize for the long video. I'm just going to go to the monthly, and let's see, I need to delete all this. Let's just delete the lines and see what we see. So we are at a level which is acting as, it was strong support here, and now it seems to be acting as a strong support region as well, based on what I'm seeing, because you can see this spinning top situation here, massive one, together with this candlestick. This gives us an inside candle situation. Let's go to the weekly now. So based on what I'm seeing, the technically we have a wave top situation here. So this is wave 1, and this whole place here is 2, this is 3. So we are in a fourth wave, but this fourth wave may possibly have the power to get up to this level here. So I'm just going to have to mark it for the New Zealand, that this region is a possible region for the market to gun for. So let's go to the daily chart now, and you can see what's been going on. Okay, it's been moving in a series of jerks. This is a fourth wave. This is how the fourth wave behaves. All right. So of course, we're expecting that eventually the market will fall down here for the fifth wave, but right now we're currently in the fourth wave. And I'm just going to have to go to the 4-hour chart and see what I'm seeing. So this is what's happening on the 4-hour chart. You can see that the market is doing almost the same thing as the GBP USD is doing as well. All right. So it may be able to punch through this region and get to this lower level of support here. But anyhow you want to look at it, for the New Zealand, if you wanted to go long, you are going to have to wait for a valid wave bottom situation here. That means we expect a golden cross on the MACD and a golden cross on the EMAs. But since the GBP is going down and the dollar is bouncing up, I think that we still have a little bit of a downward potential here. All right. So that's and even if it doesn't go down as much, it may just meander around here for a while before resuming the upward trek. So anyhow it is, just look for actionable price patterns here, either a wave bottom situation or something. And of course you expect to see a golden cross. So until you get a golden cross on the 4-hour chart, on the MACD and on the EMAs, don't think about even buying the New Zealand USD right now. So you just have to watch and wait. So I think I'm done with the major pairs and the dollar index for now, and I hope that this was beneficial for you. I wish you guys happy trading in new week. And Friday, the non-farm payroll is going to come out, so you guys should pay attention to that news as well. So happy trading, traders, and thank you very much.